Hello guys, I'm Abby. I would like to explain the money creation process in our tutorial question 3 in the tut 9. Okay, so in this question, we have the initial deposit, which is 80,000, and 9% is the required reserve ratio, right? So we can see in this case, these people deposit this 80,000 into the bank, and the bank just keep 9% as a required reserve, and the other 91% is a loan, right? Then this loan is got by somebody and spent out, and then it's redeposited into this bank. So we can see there is an increase, which is this 91% of the initial deposit. Okay, this is a second stage. Then with this deposit, 9% becomes a reserve and 91% becomes a loan. Okay, then we created new loan, which is here, right? And this amount becomes the next stage deposit, just like before, redeposit into the bank. And this amount, 9% becomes the reserve and 91% becomes a loan. Okay, this is just a stage 3, right? We know there are stage 4, 5, 6, and just like that. So how to get the end of the word? How to get the end? We can see. So from the slides here, we can look at for example, look at the deposit. We know the deposit is just the total money created, total money supply in this world, right? So we can see it's the initial, for example, in stage 2, the initial deposit is 80,000. Then we plus 91% of 80,000, right? In stage 3, it's the initial 80,000 plus 91% of 80,000, then plus 91% of this 91% of 80,000, right? It's get from here. It's 91% of 91% of 80,000. So it's here. Then we can see in the stage 4, what should be the deposit? Stage 4. The deposit should be 80,000 plus the stage. This is from stage 1 deposit, right? And this is a new deposit in stage 2, which is 80,000 plus 91%, the loan from the first stage. This is the new deposit in second stage. Then in third stage, the new deposit is 91% of 80,000, right? This is the initial deposit. Then this is the second stage new deposit, or the first stage loan. First stage loan, which equal to the second stage deposit. New deposit, because we already have the deposit of initial values here. Then this 91% of the first stage loan or second stage new deposit is the second stage loan, or we can write in the other way. Third stage new deposit, which is the second stage loan, right? Sorry. Okay, here you see in stage 1 we have this amount of loan, so in stage 2 okay, in stage 2 we have the initial like this, and new second stage new deposit, which is equal to first stage loan. Okay, then in stage 3 we have the initial 80,000 and 91% of 80,000, which is a second stage new deposit, and also we have 91% of 91% of the initial, which is a third stage new deposit. Okay, we look at the new deposit in the fourth stage. So we need to, actually we can find some patterns, right? It's just 91% of this one, right? This term. So 91% of 91% of initial 80,000. So this is just the fourth stage new deposit. Which equals to the second stage loan. Sorry, third stage. Third stage loan. Okay, this is for stage 4. Then we actually found some patterns from stage 4, right? So in the end, we can further write stage 5, 6, and so on. So what will be the end of this world? It should be like deposit equal to 80,000 plus 91% of 80,000 plus 91% of 91% of 80,000 plus how many? 91? 3, right? Then 4, 91%, 4 times to the power of 4, then times 80,000. Okay. So we do some simple manipulation. We write out this 80,000. We can see for this first term it becomes 1, and for this one it becomes 91%, and for this one it's just 91% square, right? And then for this term it is just 91% to the power of 3. Then for this term it's 91% to the power of 4, then and until a very large number, right? Okay, now how to solve this number? We actually have a formula. 1 plus x squared plus x3 plus equal to 1 over 1 minus x. Okay, this is a formula. You can just take it for granted. Take it as given. Okay. Then, given this formula, you can see how to solve for this calculation. Actually, you just set x equal to 91%, right? So we can see it's just 80,000 times, what is this? It's actually 1 over 1 minus 81%, correct? So we can see it's just times 1 over 9%. What is 9%? 9% in this case is required reserve ratio. So this whole term is 1 over RRR, which is money multiplier. So it's just the initial deposit times money multiplier. And you can get the final answer. So this whole money creation process is actually the derivation of the money multiplier, because if you choose a very random number for the required reserve ratio, for example, you just set the required reserve ratio as R. You just name it as R, not 9%, not a real number. Just use a letter to present to denote this to denote this required reserve ratio. Then what will be the change in this case? You can see the deposit should be, this is 91%, it's just 1 minus RR because it's a loan. The remaining from the reserve part is a loan. So we should write it like 1 minus R for this 91, right? And it's 1 minus R times 1 minus R. And then in the stage 3, we have 3 1 minus R. And for the stage 4, we have 1 minus R to the power of 4, right? Then you also write out this initial deposit for each stage. So you can get 1 plus 1 minus R plus 1 minus R squared plus 1 minus R 3 times plus 1 minus R 4 times. And then given this formula, you can write this term as 1 over 1 minus 1 minus R, you see, which is 1 over R. So it's just 1 over R, which is the money multiplier. And in the class, I ask you to memorize the formula for money multiplier. You just take it as given, but actually you can derive it by yourself using this formula, right? And this is the whole money creation process.